Hey guys, it's Bee. Welcome back to the farm. I do not have my microphone today, so you and I are going to have to deal with a little bit of plane noise, a little bit of farm noise, and a little bit of park noise. I'm so excited because fall is finally here, and while I am a summer child at heart, fall always brings a fresh start for flower farmers, and I have never needed a fresh start so bad in my life. Year 5 has been the absolute hardest year for me ever, hands down, when it comes to flower farming. Which is a little disappointing because I always heard that year 5 was supposed to be like the year you made it, the year that was the most amazing, the year that was going to set the bar for all the years to come. Your normal will come in year 5. But that has just not been my experience. This year has been super, super hard because we lost my grandfather, and then we had an incredibly cold spring. By the time summer rolled around, I was already completely burnt out. I pushed myself way too hard going through personal stuff when I should have just scaled back from the very, very beginning for the year. Lesson learned, I will not do that again. Through this whole process, I have been so grateful to Farm Husband and, of course, our employee Anna, who have really held it together while I was trying to figure out my life. And then it actually got a little bit worse because, as I'm sure you all know, if you live in America, we experienced some really, really extreme inflation. And it got to a point where folks were having a hard time affording their groceries, paying their bills. Gas got over $5 a gallon. So people just did not have the money to be spending on flowers. And I totally get it. If you are currently a flower farmer and you experience something similar this year with the economy, with the inflation, let me know in the comments. I don't think I'm alone, but it's always nice to hear that I'm not. So that is why I cannot wait for the fresh start that is upon us right now. So, in the rest of this video, I am going to show you all the things that we have worked on and got accomplished since we were here last. And I'm going to break down for you how we are preparing for next year right now, taking full advantage of the fresh start opportunity that fall brings. I'm pretty certain that the last place I showed you guys on the farm in the last video that I posted was actually the front of the farm, revealing to you the English style garden design for the front landscape. So I'm going to take you guys that direction right now, show you what we've gotten done so far. It's definitely not complete, but we've got a good start. And the best thing about it is that we are taking advantage of the opportunity of fall to plant all of the perennials up there. So that's woody shrubs, trees, things of that nature. If you've been looking at adding any sort of perennials or trees to your landscape, fall is definitely the best time of the year to plant them. Doing it in the fall gives them a little time to chill out, relax, get used to their new home, as opposed to planting in the spring when they would get planted and then all of a sudden they have to deal with all the shock of being moved on top of all the heat from summer. The other big landscaping to do in the fall is to start a new lawn. If you have any areas where you're putting in a new lawn, starting grass seed in the fall is the absolute best way to go about it. This backyard space is new since I saw you guys last. It is also very much a work in progress. The left side here is going to be our fire pit side, and the right side is actually going to be a topiary garden. So we have much more flagstone to put in. We're going to plant in between the cracks, and then there will be topiaries in containers. But of course, the thing that's most exciting in the backyard, for me at least, is that sort of grand promenade I've had in my head since day one here at the cabin. As you walk through the backyard, fire pit entertaining area to the left, gorgeous topiary garden to the right. I'll have 2 hydrangea trees on either side of this pathway. We'll step down. The field will reveal itself from behind the green wall that'll separate the yard from the field. And then you can just continue your walk through the flowers out to the back 40. If you are not doing any landscaping this time of year, you were probably very bored and stopped watching this video. But if you didn't, and you're also flower farming, here's some things that you should definitely be working on right now in the fall in your flower field to prepare for next year. If you haven't already done so, it's probably a little too late to be planting cold hardy annuals from seed, but if you did do so, like us, you want to make sure that those babies stay well watered and taken care of until the world decides to water your flowers for you. If you didn't plant cold hardy annuals from seed for the fall this year, that's no big deal. You will get another opportunity to plant those, to start them from seed rather, in really, really late winter. But the most important thing for preparing for next year is preparing your beds for planting now. I cannot emphasize this enough. You will have so much going on in the spring. You will thank yourself hugely for doing this in advance. And what are those things that I'm talking about? Well, one of them is making sure that your soil is ready. Fall is a really great time to turn over your beds, to aerate them, or to add compost, whatever you normally do to sort of refresh them and prepare them for planting. We are also going to be installing all of our irrigation over winter. I know that sounds kind of funny. We won't have it hooked up. There won't be water through the system. We're pulling it out of storage so it's already dry, so we're not worrying about freezing or anything like that. But we're gonna get that all set up, and then the other most important thing is to either plant it or tarp it. And I mean literally that. Every square foot of bare ground that you have, I want it either planted or tarped before the freeze gets here. So for instance, you can see how we have weeds coming up in these beds and plenty more over here. Every square inch of these fields is going to get planted or tarped. And again, like I said, we're putting that irrigation down. So in the spring, all we have to do is peel the tarps back and plant. Also, it just dawned on me that I did not have field B completed last time I made a video. So if that was new and exciting for you to see, sorry for the lack of hurrah. I'm actually walking us over right now to my absolute favorite spot on the farm now that that job is done. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope that your wheels are turning about how you can best make use of this time right now. Plant some perennials, guys. It's the perfect time to do it. If you're looking to add privacy to your property like we are, get some trees in the ground. Now is the time. And then of course, get those beds prepped. Anything that you can do now, do it now. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the progress in the backyard and the front yard, and of course, the flower field. I'm gonna go ahead, let you guys go, turn the camera around and show you what is now my favorite view on the farm. In fact, I think we're gonna have to get a bench for like right here, because I can totally see myself sitting here hanging out with you guys on many a future summer evening. If you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I am so looking forward to sharing more with you as we work through fall. We have upcoming videos that are tutorials regarding what to do with your dahlia tubers, how we dig them here on our farm. We're going to be talking more about how we use our high tunnel into October and November here in Zone 8B. So I hope you'll stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and I'll see you guys next time.